Hello, stitchy friends! Are you ready to carry on with my big WIP parade? Thank you. Thank you for being here and welcome to everyone. If it's your first time, as I know that many people come for WIP parades. YouTube advertises when there's advertises more, I think, when there's a WIP parade, and we look for WIP parade. So if you just arrived here in my channel, welcome. I'm Sophia, and this is Sophia Stitching Long. Is a YouTube channel where I show my big hobby, that is cross stitch. And if you're a returner, thank you for coming back. Welcome back, and it's nice to have you here, and it's nice to have so many friends. So let's see what I've got. Oh, and if this is the first video that you just found, you may want to go and watch my previous one. That's where I start the WIP parade, and there's mainly full coverage in there. I do still have some full coverage in here, but not that much, and they are smaller. The ones that I have here, the bigger ones, are in the other video. It's the first time that I've recorded at night time, so I don't know how the light will go. I know that I've got reflection on my glasses. I'm really sorry about that. I may look down. I will forget about that. But there's nothing I can do about that. You know, it's the lights. I hope the colors will show up nicely. We shall see. So I just found out as I was preparing this how many WIPs I have. Well, it's not bad. I have them because I enjoy them. So that is okay. I don't care if they are a lot. The only thing that worries me or bothers me is that I don't have enough time to stitch in all of them. So I don't see that much progress. And also when I have to prepare the WIP parade, oh my god, it takes so long because I have to update all the percentages and everything. I like to have all that for me, not to like to show off or anything, because I don't have anything to show off. I I I don't care. I don't compare myself to other ones. The only thing I wish it was to have more time. But then if I did, how would my shoulders would be and my wrists and my fingers, because that's what I use the most at work as well. So I don't know how good would that be. Well, it is what it is. So are you ready for numbers? I found out. Well, let's go back. I looked at my other WIP parade, the last one, not the mid-year one, the last full WIP parade. It was at the end of 24, so it was just over a year ago. And I actually at the time had 50, let's have a look, 54 WIPs. And do you want to know how many I have now? If I'm not wrong, because in the last one I forgot about 2 WIPs and I'm already adding those 2 in here. So if I add 54, now I have 83. And if to the 54 I take the 3 that I finished, that means that I have 32 new starts this year. Quite a lot for some of you, but I'm happy about it. I could even have more. It's just what it is, isn't it? So I've already shown you 38 in my previous video, and now I've got the remaining to show you. I don't know if I'll show you this in a full video. Let's see how I'm feeling, if I'm tired or not. It's now, as I said before, it's not evening, and we shall see how it goes. And also I do have some, the last ones that I've got to show are stamped kits. So I don't know if I will do that separately or if I will do it at the end. We'll see how I'm feeling. So let's just start it, because this is going to be long enough, isn't it? So first one that I've got to show you is called Feathers and Friends. Is from Butternut Road. I'm stitching it in a 40 count linen and it has 36 colors. At the moment, I have 57.89%. I'm not sure, I'm going to try to show it here and hiding a little bit to see if I can put the picture of how we would look at the end on that side. I'm going to try to remember. I love this. Well, I just realized as I was editing the other video that I keep saying, I love this. Yeah, but I do, it's the truth. I loved all of them. If I didn't, I wouldn't have started them, but this, like to me, it brings me tranquility, serenity. So I really love it. With her little friends, I love animals. Nearly all of them, I think. Maybe one or another one will scare me, but I love them. So it's my first one of the non-full coverage. Lovely. Now, after I finish my WIP parades, I may decided to do some plants. I never add plants. I would just stitch on whatever I fancy or whatever the spinning wheel tells me. But this time I may want to try something different. I don't know how I'm going to manage, but we'll see. If I decided, I will tell you about it. This one, it was an old design from Dimensions. I don't have the kit, I only have the pattern, and I'm doing in a 28 count linen. It's called Innocent Garden, and at the moment I have 11.68%. Look at these stunning wings. All of it is beautiful, but I'm mesmerized by the wings. So beautiful. I'm gonna try not to take too long. Then this one, I don't know why this is not finished, but God knows. I know probably why, because I want to undo these grids here. I tried to use more than one to see if it would look more like real grass, but no, I'm gonna pick them up and use just the one color. This is called Lavender's Blue, and it's an 18 count Aida. It's from Little House Needleworks, and I've stitched so far 48.75%, and I'm using some DMC and some silks. Some of these are Portuguese silks. The one at least in the blue is silk. I may decide to pick up this one just to finish it because it's been here lingering for so long. Now this one is called House in the Woods. It's from, oh, I may need to pick up something to put on the back. Hold on. Let's see if this way you can see it better. Yeah, maybe. It's called House in the Woods from Anastasia Arnatova. Ah, don't make me say these names. I can't. In total, it will have 22,228 stitches. It has 46 colors, and I'm stitching in a 14 count like Aida. And at the moment, I've stitched 11.44%. I love greens. It's lovely. And I'm really sorry if you don't like hanging threads, but that's the way I stitched. And they will come up. Now, my next one is another one in a black fabric, but this time it's a linen. And this is another one from Dimensions where I'm not using the original fabric. Here it is. I'm having a very hard time to stitch on this because it's 28 count black linen. I think it's a 28 count. And it was hard. I was trying to stitch on it in the summertime and I just couldn't. Maybe my vision that is getting worse, but I wasn't able. So this one, which will have 15,763 stitches with 42 colors. And at the moment I don't know, because I lost my count. I don't know how many I have. Just put it straight. I've been ironing everything to look pretty for you. And let's see if I can keep it this way. I'm gonna try to put them away in a different way so I don't have to fold them. Let's see if it works. Now, the next one, it's a chatelaine, a small one chatelaine that I'm stitching in a 14 count. Let's see, I may not need the board for this one. Yeah, I may not. Just gonna put it away. I think it was just for the black ones or for anything fabric. So this is a 40 count Zweigart light linen. And it's 260 by 260 and it's called Rose Light. I hope what you see is nice. And it has 19 colors and I'm using Portuguese silk. It's so delicate. I don't know if that's how you say it in English, but it's very nice. And so far I did 7.66%. So I haven't gone far with it yet. It's really nice. Here I am with It's Really Nice. I'm gonna call my video It's Really Nice. Now, oh, I'm missing one. Hold on. I'm back. So I was missing one WIP. I left it on the box. I don't know why, but it's here. So this is Oh Christmas Tree from Lavender and Lace. It's so gorgeous. I'm not saying beautiful, I'm saying gorgeous. I'm stitching it in raw linen. I think it's 28 count. And this has 37 colors. Some sparkling threads, and it will have some beads. It will be gorgeous when it's finished. I love it. Very nice. In this one I've stitched, so far this is just over 30%. That's what I've got, so I still got a long time, long stitching to do. Next one is a tiny one. It's a dimensions and it's called the Kiss for Snowman. Pretty, small and pretty. All the materials from the kit. And I have 12.23%. My dog is trying to jump to his bed. He's got a bed in the sofa at the moment. And he was just trying and he just managed to do it. Pretty, pretty. Next one, another dimensions, but in a linen fabric. Change the fabric. And this has 31 colors. Once finished, we'll have a total of 12,272 stitches. And it's called Morning Praise. Very spring to me. And I've done just under 30%. Now this is very small. I think I'm doing in a 14 count if I'm not wrong. I didn't write it down, sorry, but it's definitely 40 count. I love the colors. It's sweet, very sweet. Next one, it's a lovely, lovely one. I love it. I dyed this fabric. I don't have much stitched yet. This is an 18 count Aida that I dyed 256 by 192, 35 colors and 18,150 stitches was finished. And what I've done is only 6.33%. But it's nice. I love its colors. I'm not sure if I said the name. This is called Dutch Windmill and is from Mirabilia. Lovely. I loved this kit since I first saw its picture. Now this one I started for last year's Valentine's Day, but I didn't pick it up this year. It's called Romeo and Juliet and is a solid stitch design. I'm doing it in a 14 count Newcastle from Zweigart, and I don't think it has gone by this one. It will have a total of 6,546 stitches with 27 colors. So I only stitched 15.49%. There's some white stitches in here that you may not be able to see, and some purple ones. I love the couple Romeo and Juliet, isn't it? The in love, always in love couple. The next one, it's a quarter batik core one, and it's called Rose Sampler. And this, I think, what count is this? I didn't write it down. I think it's a 40, but I decided to do it 1/1. I'm crazy. Call me crazy. I am shaking everything. I only have a small start. This is 2.82%, very small, but it will go. It will be big in stitches and small in size when it's finished. Now it's a family pattern. I only have this small part here yet. This is from Modern Folk Embroidery. Now it was hard to get a name. I'm doing it with my own colors. I've got some variegated and some solid ones. Variegated, I think, is a 99. I think it's what it is from DMC. And this is a 46 count linen again. And is the other one? No, the other one I think is a 40. This is a 46. And I've only did 3.92%. But I really like it. I have to have very good light when I'm doing this. It's very hard for me now doing 46. My comfortable stitching, I think I'm finding it, is 18 count. But it's possible when I have daylight plus artificial one on top. I don't use magnifiers. I don't like them because with my glasses, it's not easy because I'm not going into details, but my glasses are not normal. There is very high magnification in one of them and not in the other one, what's not usual. And normally they don't allow us to use glasses with so much difference in them, but that's the way I feel comfortable. And I'm okay, but I can't use the other ones on top because it makes me too dizzy and headache. So this is a Theresa Coggett design. It should have been finished by quite a long time, but I'm still here and I'm okay. I'm fine. And this I'm stitching in a 40 count linen with 20 colors, DMC colors. And how much have I stitched? 23.16%. So you can imagine how much I still got to go. Well, you can see by the picture that I will add, but it's very, very nice. So you see, I like full coverage, but I also like more like primitive style. Like I like dimensions, like I like everything. I like stamped, I like every style. This is called Autumn Waltz. Now this I'm trying to stitch 1/1 on 18 count. It makes it very thin, but beautiful. I love it. It's so, I don't know how to explain it. I miss the words in English. Elegant. I don't know how, what better way to say it. Once finished, it will have 21,240 stitches. I'm using 42 colors and I've stitched so far 9.65%. I love this kind of colors, all oranges, yellows. I love trees. This is the kind of my favorite colors. Next one is another yellow one. It's called Wisteria. I think that's how you say it. This lovely bird in here with this lovely flower that we can't see that much yet, but it will come up. It's 150 by 150 and I'm stitching it in a 40 count gray linen, 45 colors plus 2 blenders. Now the blends, because it's on 40 count, is not easy. So what I do is I do the first leg with a darker color and then the top leg of the cross with the lighter color. Lovely browns and stunning yellows. I did 15.95% of this project. Another dimensions, and again, not the original fabric. And it's this beautiful, stunning summer picture. It's called Seaside Retreat with 31 colors from dimensions 18,677. Now, how much have I done on this one? Oh, I'm over 50, so I've done just over 60%. I was wondering if I could finish it for summer or not. If I do one, if I really want it, I will do, but we'll see. I don't want to talk too much about that because as I'm planning to do a video with my plans for the remaining of this year, I have to think about it properly before I say anything, and then we'll see. Now this one I started for my birthday with another friend. I have loads of fabric here, but it's not that big. It's just I decided not to cut it in fabric yet because this is not an even fabric. This is from Madame Lafitte. Oh, why the lights changed so much? I don't know. I love her designs. It's the first one that I'm stitching, but I love her. I'm doing this with a friend, Maria. She's been away of cross stitching, I think. She's studying, but if you do see this, Maria, hi, I'm missing you. And this is 191 by 191, but because my fabric is not even weave, it won't be a proper square. This uses 39 colors, and so far I did 12.89%. I thought I had less, but that's good to know. Now this should have been finished by now. I started it by myself, then I joined a friend and I was stitching it with a friend, Rose, from Rosie in the Rocks. And then she finished her and I stopped mine. I'm not good with stitch-alongs. I'm good with start-alongs, but not stitch-alongs. My daughter just told me today that this is one of her favorites, so that must be a clue to tell me, Mom, carry on with that one. So again, this is the dimensions with a different fabric. It's an AA28 count even weave. It uses 45 colors, and so far I have 44.51%. So I don't even have, I'm not even halfway, but it's lovely. I've changed some of the colors. I'm joining some sparkling threads to it. Don't know if you can see the sparkling, but especially if you can see here in the butterfly and the other one too. I was trying to make it sparkly. It's beautiful. I love the colors. I just don't know why I don't pick it up more often. Especially at the moment, I was just thinking today, oh, I need to pick up a pattern that has flowers. So this is one of them. Next one, it's Mirabilia one, the second one that you've seen if you've watched the other video. No, no, the other video is just full coverage. Don't mind what I said. I'm really sorry. This is the first one that you're seeing. This is called Crystal Symphony. I'm stitching in a 28 count even with that I dye myself, and I added some sparkling to it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see on the camera or not. It has 46 colors plus 2 color of beads. I love her. I love the position. I love the elegance of this project. I've saw her once in another Flosstube. I don't recall which one. It was a long time ago. I should have taken note. But when I saw her in there, I decided I have to stitch it. Now, I started the skein on 1/1. I don't know if I'm regretting it on it. I have another one that, well, I think I'm stitching 3 Mirabilias at the moment. There's one of them that I've already done all the skein, and I did it 1/1, and I love it. But then in this one, I don't know why. It's being hard. And in the Crystal Symphony, I don't know. I don't know how much. I didn't count. Sorry. So sorry. Some cough just came and I had to stop it. Now, yesterday when I was recording the first part, this happened, and now it happened again, and I'm just realizing after I cough, I don't know why my red is going, my red again. I did this mistake yesterday. My nose is going red again. No, forget about my nose. My nose. And let's go into the stitching. How cute is this bunny? Tell me that you love it. I love it. I'm gonna try to get it closer. This is beautiful. This is Easter flower, or yeah, something like that. And it's from Yarmakova, that I think is a Russian designer. I'm stitching it in a 40 count. And 1/2. Again, the blended colors, I'm doing the same. Bottom leg, the darker color, and top leg of the cross, the lighter color. It has a lot of back stitching on this design, but it makes it look stunning. I've only did the first design, then I was quite fast stitching this one, and then I put it down and I never picked it up again. And I know that my daughter loves it too, so I should pick it up and do some more stitching. I started this on just over a year ago, and I've done just over 60%. Very cute bunny. Now, a very flower, oh, I can't say the word, loads of flowers. Lovely butterfly, lovely flowers, a bouquet. This is called Flowers and Lace. Yes, that's a proper name, nice. I'm sure I would love to do this massive border. And this is from Color Design Studio. 32 count Belfast linen in antique ivory color. I know the colors don't come up very well in the camera, but it's really nice. It has 30 colors. Once finished, it will have just under 26,000 stitches. Just under. I've already done some of the back stitch. Gonna see if I can bring it closer. Now this one I've started in 2023, so it shouldn't be finished by now, but I only have 20% done. This is 20. Oh, it's the border that is gonna take the biggest part of the stitching, I think. Now this is a stocking that I'm doing for my mom. I've dyed this fabric because I wanted a different, well, how am I gonna say it? I think I dyed my fabric to be the color that the thread is, the blue thread here is supposed to be, and I've changed my thread to be what the color of the other fabric. But I really wanted this color. It's because, well, just me. There is no reason. I was trying to dye soft fabrics and I loved the color that this one came up, so I decided to use it instead. So this is just, once finished, just under 25,000 stitches with 33 different colors. And I always loved the design. I think it's so elegant. And this one should be for my mom when it's finished. It's the first stocking that I'm doing, and I wanted to do this one for her. And in this one, so far, I did just over 34%, and I've started this with a group of friends. I don't have the names here, I'm really sorry, but every time that I will show you in the video, on an update video, I will try to bring their names. Now, this is one of my oldest one. This is from Blackbird Designs. I'm using my own threads, and it's called Loose Feathers. It has 3 of the seasons. I love the different borders. I really enjoy it. Now, this was my traveling stitch, and as I've not been traveling much lately, I haven't stitched on it. This is a 40 count linen. I've been stitching in hand. Again, sorry for the threads, but sometimes I just stop at the middle of something, I have to, and then the thread is left there hanging. And in this one, I did 47%, just over. Now, this one, oh, I've just changed something here, the order. This is stunning. You're gonna tell me, is this beautiful or not? I dyed the fabric, I really like it with this design. This is another Mirabilia, the one that I was saying that I did skin 1/1 and I love it. I hope you can see it there. I'm stitching in at 32 count even weave. It's not that big of a design, it's just over 11,000 stitches once finished. But it's stunning, it's so beautiful. Tell me that every little girl doesn't love this. It does. It reminds me of my childhood. And I'm just under 50% on this one, so I could do an effort and try to finish it for autumn, couldn't I? We'll see. I'm decided to finish, but then God knows how it goes. When I do plans, I want to do plans. That's why I'm saying I will do some plans, but sometimes when I do plans, I don't want to follow them. We'll see. This one is a small one, but a very pretty one. Not that I have much stitched yet. What do I have here? 6.56% only, but it's a very very beautiful picture. This is an RTO kit, 18 count Aida. I actually dyed this one. And it has 48 colors, and when it's finished you will have just under 16,000 stitches. The next one, it's from Lanart, and it's called New Year Wish. Now this one, I don't know why, but it takes me quite a long time. It takes me very long to stitch this one. I don't know why, but it does take a long time. It's just under 20,000 stitches, but with 50 colors, so I don't understand why, but it does take me a long time. 18 count, I love stitching on 18 count, so don't know. And at the moment I have just over 26%, so I still got a long time to go on this one, but it's pretty. We could see almost the thoughts of this little girl dreaming of beautiful toys. Now, this you may not be able to see the color of the fabric because we know that we can see colors properly, but this is a pink fabric and I love this design. This is called Old World Floral. It's from Mary Barber, I think. This pattern is from Just Cross Stitch magazine from March, April 2012. In case you're interested on it, I really love it. It has just, once finished, just under 20,000 stitches. This is 210 by 172, but it's not full coverage. So 47 colors, and this is a 40 count linen. This one I definitely have to carry on with it soon because I love the colors. And at the moment I have just under 8%, so I need to bring it further to see how it goes. But again, it's 40 count, and at the moment I'm only stitching on 40 count during daytime, and I don't have that much daytime free. Normally I stitch very early in the morning when I get up, like 5:30 in the morning. I feed my dogs, let them out, and then I do some stitching, just so I'm like a slow waking up. Or I do it before I go to bed. So it's nearly always nighttime, but sometimes I do stitch on my day off too. Now this one is called Joy of Squirrels. This is a Luca-S kit. I've changed the fabric because this is a 20 count fabric and I wanted to see how the coverage would be with just 1/1 on 20 count. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It looks so perfect, so elegant. I really, really like it. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, I just had to stop again because my older dog was outside and he just came in. Well, not the older one, the bigger one. Because just came inside to come in. And as always, the older one, that is the smaller, I think he thinks he's the older brother and he should give orders to the other one. So he just decided to bark at him saying, "Where are you coming from? You're late." So going back to the stitching. This is from a Luca-S, as I was saying. I love these squirrels. They're very beautiful. I'm still again starting from the top left corner, as most of my patterns are trees. I always start to stitch trees most of the time. So this has 51 colors. I don't know what I've said about it, so I will maybe repeating myself, so sorry. Once finished, it will have 26,806 stitches. And at the moment it's a very small start. I have 4.86%. But I love everything that has animals. And I love trees too. I really, really love trees, real trees. But they're hard to stitch in cross stitch. They're very confetti. Now this one is a very long one. We probably know this pattern very well. You've seen it many times probably. It's called Green Village, but this is normally a very long one. Not this long, much longer. But I decided to dye my fabric and to split the houses. This is like a long road with a few houses, and I've decided to split them. So in this fabric I may do one or two, I'm not sure yet. And I've just started with the first one. I've started this a long time ago, but I haven't stitched much on it. Don't know why, because I love it. So I'm stitching a 14 count fabric, 67 colors, and I dyed the fabric. I had so much fun doing it. And how much do I have? I have 5.64%. So this is actually a very small start. Next one is again another small start, but it was one of those days in autumn that I just wanted to start something new. And it's called Autumn Story. It's a kit that I got from AliExpress. I know they probably stolen this design from someone else, but I was still not able to find who it was, who designed it. This is 262 by 170, and it uses 49 colors. And so far, I did 3.25%, so just really small start. But I love those pumpkins. They're very bright, very nice. Now my head is itching, sorry. Now this is a kit that I had for quite some time, but I really wanted to see how it would stitch, because this is from Riolis. It's called Old Photo Waiting. And now the difference in this one, and why I wanted to try, is because it doesn't use cotton thread, it uses acrylic thread. And I wanted to try it. I heard so much about it that I was curious. And it feels like I'm stitching with wool. It feels almost like I'm knitting. The texture. But it's a very nice picture. I like this kind of colors too. I like bright, but then I also like this kind of more nude. I don't know how you call them. I do know, I just don't remember how you say it. And it only uses 8 colors. It's 140 by 209. And I don't have much. I have 4.35% at the moment. The next one, this one should have been finished by now, and I don't have that much stitched. I have 33.34%, but I think it's one of my oldest projects. This is the dimensions that I'm stitching on 18 count, and it will have 18,198 stitches once finished, and I love it. Look at these flowers, they're so pretty. And here am I again. I was just thinking before I started the video, I want to stitch some flowers. Another project with lots of flowers that I have waiting, and I just wanted a new start. How silly am I? So I don't know if I said the name. This is Paradise Found, and I don't think it's available. When it was very hard. Sorry, just had to answer the phone. I think I've said everything about that one. So let's go into the next one. It's another dimension. I did love that one, but this to me is even special. I really am into landscapes. I don't know why, but this is very sweet. It's called Farm Omelette. I'm stitching in a 16 count Aida. This is a kind of a bluish Aida, and it uses 30 colors. And once finished, it will have 21,850 stitches. And how pretty is this? I could almost frame it just like that. I'll be happy with it. Oh, my hanging thread. I'll be happy with just that. I love it. That's how much I love it. I really, really love it. And how much did I stitched? 19.39%. And I loved every single stitch. Very nice. When we see it like this, and you don't see the original picture, you don't think that it's a farm. I think that it's almost like sea. My car is near the sea. Next one. Oh, this was a stunning found of this year. It may be something old for you, but I've only just found out this year about Renata Parolin. And I am so in love with these designs. See how cute this is. This is called Happy Tree. This is going to be very, very, very long. This is going to be a very long tree, but a very pretty one. I really love it. I can't keep myself from looking at it. I keep staring at it. That's how beautiful, how in love I am. Now I've started this just after Christmas on the 26th of December. And at the moment I've stitched 32.57%. This is a Portuguese antique color linen. And it uses 18 colors. Some of them I've changed, either because I didn't have the one that was in the pattern, or because I fancy it. There's only one thing in this design. It's here. It's like if it's missing something here, but there's nothing else in there. It's just the only place where I see that. Well, it's different. Now this will be 121 by 433. That's very, very tall. My next one is another small start. Has loads of hanging threads. I'm really sorry, but it's a small start so far, but it will be very nice when it's finished. This is called Winter Moon and it's from Plum Street Samplers. I don't know the percentage on this one. Most of the designs that I stitch, I find a way of adding them to an app, but this one I did nothing yet. Oh, something that I'm doing in this one out of the usual is the pattern recommends either solid colors from DMC or some variegated threads. Now I don't use variegated because my stitches take quite some time, and as I have the dogs always coming into me, I'm always putting my hands on them, my work gets a bit dirty. I always need to wash it, so I don't use variegated threads for that because of that. Well, not the over dyed ones, but I like the variegated effect finish looking. So I try like to pretend with 2 or 3 different colors that they are variegated. That's how I do it. So this, it's 149 by 160. Sorry, phone again. It's evening, no one imagines that I'm recording. Sorry. So I don't know where I was here, but as I was saying, I use DMC colors and I'm stitching this in a 14 count linen. What is my next one? Oh, this is another dimensions. I love dimensions. And this is called My Lady's Chateau. I'm stitching a castle. And it's so strange just to do when you stitch it so close, you don't see anything. And then you put it away or put it in the camera and you see it coming up. Oh, just sorry that the colors don't come up as well as they are in real life. Now my fabric, I decided to try to paint it on top just to give this kind of variegation. I don't know if that's how you say it. So it didn't have just one tone, but then it's an experience. It's now it's stiff, very, very stiff. Oh well. So my lady's chateau, as I mentioned, on a 14 count Aida with 39 colors. And I've been stitching on it quite a lot this January. I have 23.82% stitched. I thought I had more. I haven't reached even a quarter of it. I did some back stitches on those houses and I love it. It's just my hand hurts a little bit because of the fabric being so stiff. That's my fault. Just my fault. Now, I did stitch a little bit on this one in January too. This is a 46 count linen and the designer is called Quaker and it's beautiful. This is 1/2 with DMC. I'm not going to say the name of designer. Please, you can either search for it or you can ask me and I will write it down or I will send you a link, but I cannot say that name. Definitely not. It's very nice. I can't wait to do the rose one, the Rose Quaker. It will be beautiful. So I've started this in 2023, so I'm very slow in this one, and I did 8.90%. Nice. I think Nina from Hobby Stitch finished it. Nina Hobby Stitch, I think she's just finished hers. I'm sure she finished it. Now I'm confused. But hers is in lower count. Now, this is from Brenda Gervais. I love her designs. Not that I've stitched any other one. No, I did. But I do love them. Oh, the colors on this one is coming better than the previous times. So again, I'm doing that thing with the DMC floss where you pretend that it's variegated. Now, not in the top of the house here, I used a variegated. A DMC, I think, is 4,000. And I've used it in the gate as well. So I did change some of the colors. I'm not using the colors. Well, some of them I am, some of I've changed from the ones that are come in the design. This is a 35 count linen. And I'm stitching it 2/1. And I love it. Now the house is quite big, that's why I've got 41.12% stitched. It's because of the house. It takes most of the stitching on this pattern. Next one is my last Mirabilia that I've got to show you. And here it is, Holiday Queen. Lovely, stunning piece. Stunning art. I really love it. I don't have any details on this one at the moment of stitches, stitch counts. I don't know. But I tell you that I love to work on it because this is a 28 count linen and I'm stitching it 2/2. The crosses are big, so I really enjoy it. I stitch slower on linen, but I love stitching it. I love to do big crosses. I think it's my eyesight. It makes it more comfortable. Now this will have loads of sparkling, loads of beads, and even that furry thread, can't recall the name now, it will have all of it when it's finished. Now you've seen my non-full coverage. I'm done with them. And what I've got left to show you now is the stamped kits and my finishes. Here the lights changed again. Why is it changed like this? I'm so pale now. So, as I think this is probably already a long enough video, I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna do a third part. And the third one, you don't have that many, it will be just some of my stamped kits. You've already seen some of the stamped in the full coverage ones, and I will show you the remaining, and I will show you my finishes for last year. Some of them I have them, some of them I may only have the picture because I gave them away, and that's I think what I will do. So if you like to see my finishes, and if you like to see some of the stamped kits, please come and watch me in my next video. If you're not, thank you very much for being here. Please subscribe if you like my stitching, if you want to carry on watching my videos. So you press the bell so you get notified when I record another one. And from that, I'm going to leave you because you've been with me for probably around an hour. And thank you again. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, friends, your loved ones, and be well. Bye.